Rivalry week, it's an emotional one. Imagine me, a Delhi girl who now lives in Bangalore. How can I pick a side? I can't. That's why we've got these gentlemen to do it. Two iconic players in action today, but the loyalty lies not with the state that they were born in, but the team that they're going to play against. Have a look at this, what I mean. Virat Kohli, we all know, is a Delhi boy, played all. Whether it's KL Rahul or whether it's Virat Kohli, they both do very well against the teams of the city of their birth. So a simple question. Pick. Who's going to have the better day?
Ooh.
Very simple. Who wants to go first?
I'll go.
Robbie will go first.
I think KL will have a great day. I don't know what the outcome of the game. I would say Virat at home, but KL also at home. Tough one. Yeah? Rock in a hard place. The fans are going to hate me for this, but I'm going to say, okay, yeah.
So, one for KL Rahul.
One for KL Rahul.
We'll keep it simple.
I'm going Virat. The reason why I think he's going to score runs, I think he's in good form at the moment, but I also think that KL Rahul is batting out of position. If Faf du Plessis comes back in, where is KL going to move to? Is he going to open the batting or is he going to bat at 4? And I quite liked him opening the batting because he was quite aggressive and he was a cement at the one end. But yeah, just because of that reason, I think I'm going with Virat today.
Can't switch off the coach here.
I'm definitely going KL Rahul because of Mitchell Starc and Kuldeep Yadav. I think both those bowlers can get Virat Kohli out. Maybe not for less than 50, but I think they can get him out at some stage. I reckon KL Rahul's batting as well as I've seen him bat. So, like Bouch said, the higher up the order, the better for KL Rahul.
I think he'll open the batting. I actually think after that 50 against CSK, I think he'll actually open the batting.
Final word with this one. Pick a side.
Final word.
Choose a side.
And you got to wear it. You got to wear it. Come on.
I think I am Virat Kohli best. I have the intent, so definitely it is going to be Virat Kohli. Because he's showing a lot of great intent this season and he's not holding back like we have seen in the previous season. So, because it's Chinnaswamy. And also the team has great energy going through them, through the whole batting unit. So Virat Kohli for me.
I like the commitment. I like the intensity. I like the fact that we're going to see this on the Insiders watch along as well. Very excited to see all of it because a lot of secrets come out on that. But today, it's certainly not the loyalty towards the city that you were born in, but the city that you represent now in the midst of rivalry week. Let's catch up with what's been happening. RCB want to start dominating at Chinnaswamy.
He's batting beautifully. It seems to me like the fear of getting out is the last thing on Virat's mind.
His repute, to have not have those trophies in his cabinet would have been a burden weighing him down. And now that burden's not there anymore. So that sense now and be like multi-World Cup winner, hopefully multi-IPL winner, right? And a lot of these adjectives will be pegged along with his name. So and for that, I think now he finds himself in the likes of him, and then he's leading so well. And he's staying in the background, helping him as and when he needs it. And Virat's doing a great job. I see him doing exceptionally well in this IPL.
By the way,
ready tonight, like the other night against Bolt, for a lot of in-swing, leg stump in-swing deliveries coming his way tonight.
Well, the well-oiled machinery goes down to RCB's middle order. They've got at least 3 batters who strike it over 140 against spin, average over 50 against them. And that is against the plethora of really established spinners in DC's ranks. And that is a charge battle. Plenty for us to talk about. We'll discuss it more on the post. And of course, tomorrow, building up to the match. But right now, it's about RCB up against the only undefeated side in Delhi Capitals. You'll get to see our analysts in new avatars as well. It's streaming the Insiders. We've got a special feed that we've curated for you. And it doesn't take much to actually get them to take off against each other.
Yeah.
It's a brand new edition of Versus where I've got Shane Watson representing the red and gold brigade of RCB.
Out.
So you're saying both
bring Faf in, and then Faf and KL Rahul open the batting.
Faf du Plessis, when he captained RCB, you could say one of the most successful because twice he's taken them to the playoffs. Every season he's played for them more than 400 runs. One season at 700. Look at him visualizing. He knows this wicket that I'm.
I was talking to me. I'm just going to close your jacket to keep too many name-breads in here, let me tell you.
You know what? It's a good thing you guys are here because then we get the Insiders. It's been a new feed that has been customized just for you. Watch along on Jio Hotstar. We've had so much fun. This is how you can log on to it. Go on Jio Hotstar, pick the special feed. Robin Uthappa, Michael Clark, they will be sharing their stories today. 100%. than sledging. I mean, if an Australian is there, there's got to be. To be fair, though, I think Water received most of the sledging.
Fair enough, too.
So Michael Clark, you have to change the narrative around.
Brand new bore, high 140 Ks. I think brand new bore and then Death are his go-to. Hazelwood's just, you know what you're going to get. So consistent, gets that extra bounce. Looks like he's bowling good pace, so that's when you know he's fresh. And
Used to, but of course on the other end, you've got Mitch Starc steaming in. How much damage can he do? And that is one of the key battles that we're looking forward to.
Mitchell Starc has made a bright start to life at Delhi Capitals.
And Mitchell Starc has 2 in the over.
Striking it rich against key opposition.
Fifer for Mitch Starc.
And it's his performance in the power play this season which has stood out. With a fifer already in the bag, Starc will have his eyes set on the big prize against all-side RCB. The Royal Challengers, though, will look to land the opening salvo. With King Kohli and Phil Salt.
it was unbelievable because the ball would swing, but he was very good at it. So you know as a batsman, you have to hit it. You have to get your leg out of the way and you have to hit it because he's going to attack the stumps, particularly first ball.
Yeah.
His first ball execution is phenomenal, how he gets it on the money straight away. But Virat's so good off his pads. Phil Salt, he's got to get that leg out of the way. Exactly what Robin said.
That's very early on. What they'll end up doing is exposing RCB's middle order. That brings on the captain, Rajat Patidar. We know how explosive he can be against spin. When you look at some of the explosive rankings as well, he is right up there. That has been a role that has been given to him for the last 2 years as far as RCB is concerned. Now he leads as a captain in terms of that as well. Balls per boundary 4, ranked number 2 because the strike rate is 180. Would be well aware as well, Robbie, that now they're batting first. You know, it is the Chinnaswamy. Is he going to bat with a toe?
And that is a lesson to every batsman in the world.
You know who I would love for them to just read that stat? Rishabh Pant.
Jake Fraser-McGurk.
Rishabh Pant
as well.
Because both of them are match winners in their own right, and Jake Fraser-McGurk has to prove himself a little bit more to earn that title. But Rishabh Pant is an absolute match winner. If he can read that stat, 120 in the first 10 balls, 240. 11 to 30 in the middle.
It sounds so simple as well, but nothing is simple about this game, especially with these two high-octane units. Let's not do the simple things anymore with our predictions. This as well. But the way that it started was exactly what we anticipated. Within the first 3 overs, Phil Salt especially leaned into mid-stop.
Up, run outs. Honestly, as a batsman, you hate them. Either end. You hate it if you're the one run out, but you're devastated when you're a part of it or if you run somebody else out. So it was just a mix-up, and it happened. So big wicket for Delhi.
What's on? So it was a little bit of a misnomer. They felt like, okay, you can score runs in a hurry here. It wasn't the case. When Devdutt Padikkal came into bat, he realised that and still tried to keep going, got out. I think with Virat, he kind of the pressure probably got to him a little bit today, and he probably was trying too hard to make up for the loss of a Phil Salt, and ended up making an error in that shot. You don't generally see him playing a cross-batted shot to a ball pitched up outside the off stump. You see him playing with a vertical bat hitting over covers, so you don't generally see him hitting that shot. And after that, they needed a repair job. They needed a partnership.
Isn't much on the board because it is the Chinnaswamy here. This is where Hazelwood and Bhuvi have to do what they do best against, well, I guess Faf and Jake Fraser-McGurk.
Yeah, but I reckon the best time to bat, as we've seen so far, is against that new board. Didn't swing at all. I think Mitchell Starc swung at a couple of balls, but...
Up and applauds you. They know how much they love you here on Amul Cricket Live with Robin Uthappa and Michael Clark. The two of you gentlemen, you picked it. You picked it that KL would be one to watch right at the very start of our show. And why not? How often has it been, Robbie, from Champions Trophy to now? We're talking about KL Rahul literally when he still has the pads on. He is just in that sort of form where he's taking responsibility and he's getting his team across the line.
Got his mojo back. Nah, you got to love it.
Nations come into it. I'm going to get to Michael Clark, but have a look at this, Michael Clark. KL Rahul is son of the soil as far as Bangalore is concerned. He's wearing a different...
Innings was phenomenal. Everybody else struggled on that wicket. He looked, apart from the one shot, where again, when he's like he moved away to give himself some room, mistimed it, dropped cat. Apart from that, it seemed like he hit every other ball out of the middle of the bat. Yeah. He was blocking it and it would go in the middle. He wanted to hit a boundary out of the middle. It was just... I agree with Robin. I think the batsmanship, the way he read the situation, assess which bowlers to take on, up the ante when he needed to. Brilliant.
The masterclass, to be very honest. I thought it was a master.
Who said, this is my ground, my wicket. I probably know it better than anyone else out here. And we saw that reflected.
Camper fizzy moments.
Robbie, when you look at the dimensions that KL targeted, I mean, he's
international cricket, and the time he's played the IPL, and all the injuries he's dealt with, all of that got lost a little bit, and obviously impacts your confidence when you go through weird injuries. And he had some very strange injuries out of nowhere, pulling out a calf muscle, pulling
and that developed into something else,
and then something else, and something else. So it impacts you, and we've seen that with Jofra Archer, and he's been through that and his share of it as well. So to see him bring back all of that just tells you a story about KL Rahul being in a great place. Again, the victory of the Champions Trophy, winning an ICC championship for him must have been a huge relief, because he loves winning championships. I can tell you that from experience with playing domestic cricket with him. He loves winning championships, and he wants to win championships. And you can see that he means business. Even with DC, I can tell you that he'll be driving that thought forward with the entire group.
You know, when they won the Ranji Trophy, Karnataka, who dumped ice bucket on KL Rahul's head?
As you do.
As I do.
As you do.
You can get away with it with your teammates. Your teammates, you can get away with just about everything.
One of the most significant things was, especially towards the end when it started raining, was just how he tackled Hazelwood, put him on the ground. When you look at him over pace and how...
A lot of the time, against spin on a slower wicket, he's got that shot over cover he plays so well. He's got the slog sweep that he plays so well, but he assesses the conditions. He works out tonight, I'm going to use the pacer, Hazelwood. I think he went to ramp him or that's the challenge as a batsman, and that's what separates the good from the great. Assessing game situation, assessing the conditions, and assessing the bowler. And then today I have to play this way. It's not one play. It's not I play... At the moment, Jake Fraser-McGurk is playing one way every game. He will learn, and it takes all of us time to manage that as well. You have to play differently. Again,
or Delhi, I mean, just let's have a look at our colourful moments here.
Asian Paints colourful moments.
Robbie, primarily for Delhi and Akshar Patel and his band of merry men, first time that they won all four at the start of an IPL, and all the pieces of this puzzle are working. Not many would have put them to this start at the start of this point. That experience is going to come through. 2 for 17, but 2 for 18 from Vipraj Nigam today.
Spin to win today. They bowled beautiful. To the game, he's a wicket. They're priceless, those guys.
I've actually said this before. I think the aggression with which he bowls reminds me of Shane Warne.
Well, it's funny because he idolised Warney, and I know they spent a lot of time together, with Warne. And he learnt so much from Warney. And I remember talking to him as a really young kid about his pace, trying to find the right pace in 2020 cricket. And he said he doesn't want to bowl fast. He still wants to be able to get people out in the air, do them in bounce. And the bonus was when it bounced, he could also make it spin.
Yeah.
Kuldeep is getting guys out before it bounces.
Yeah.
They're not to the pitch. They're trying to overhit it, and then he's got the skill of a ball spinning in, and then he's got a beautiful wrong on as well. So.
And a top spinner. And the thing is, he bowls with a scrambled seam, so people don't really know, even if they don't read his hand, then they've lost it, because through the air you can't make out, because it's coming through a scrambled seam, and then you have to pick.
That bowlers like Kuldeep and what Vipraj showed today to essentially be able to get their teams across the line. That dot ball pressure in the middle is what every single day on Amul Cricket Live we're seeing is creating the difference in terms of teams. Tomorrow's a big day for Chennai Super Kings. They're back home. They're at the chair.
At it tactically, with him being back in charge, if it's very different, then you'll see MS Dhoni has taken a step back and said, it's my time's done, I'm not captain anymore. Which, respectfully so, like I would, if I was playing in the Australian team after I'd captained, you wouldn't want to tread on anybody's toes or get in anybody else's way, and you'd like the new captain to feel as comfortable as possible. So I think you will see some big changes. And look, you don't want to see anybody injured and anybody missing games of cricket, but where CSK are at the moment, he's captain or not, they need his leadership, they need his experience to get them out of this. So as it's worked out, he's got the C beside his name.
Yeah, but I don't think it's him being captain is going to turn the tide automatically for CSK. They're
Conversations at 6:30 tomorrow. For the moment, we'll take a breather as DC have once again remained undefeated in this competition. They come off with a victory here thanks to the hometown hero, KL Rahul. to go to the Chepauk to witness the matchup tomorrow.
I'm not going anywhere. I like it here in the studios. It's nice and
right
cool.
here in the studios. Before I try and convince the two of you to come out of retirement, whatever, you know, we'll have all those conversations tomorrow.
Actually, Tony is only 2 months younger than me.
By the way,
2 months.
By the way, there is an uncapped Indian who is captaining the team.
The first
IPL.
uncapped Indian to captain in an IPL franchise. After they'll put the number of days also tomorrow.
Now you've given us ideas. Join us 6:30. We'll learn a lot of new things as well as Chennai Super Kings, led by MS Dhoni, will take on the Kolkata Knight Riders, the defending champions. You're there. Bye bye. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.